Yes! And I appreciate the applause the most. I appreciate the incredible, thunderous round of applause because that's what we do in America. That's what we do. A guy comes out on stage, everybody bursts into applause. You know why? We don't know what else to do. For years, people would come on stage and nobody gave us an option. We didn't know what to do. Guys would just stand there, stare at the guy, and some guy finally said, I know, let's hit ourselves. Because that's what applause is. You are hitting your body. Isn't that weird? But you've never questioned it. You've never once sat there and said, this is weird, we're doing that. And it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder, would you have accepted anything? You think they did that? You think went through a lot of trial and error to figure out which part of the body to hit? I mean, how do we know? For years, they were trying to do, before they decided on the hand, they're all like, hey, here comes a guy. We don't know. There, we got crazy people. Only the kids would do that. Parents are like, yes, we're afraid of her. But feels good, but see, that's the point. It's custom. It's custom, and that's the thing you have to be aware of. You have to be constantly be aware of what you believe because it can happen. If somebody tells you something long enough, if somebody shows you something long enough, you begin to accept it as truth. You know, kind of like this idea of separation of church and state was in the Constitution. That's what people told us, and we've accepted that. But guess what? It was never in the Constitution. It was never in the Constitution. Separation of church and state had nothing to do with the Constitution. Jefferson and everybody else had said that we want government out of religion and we want religion to be part of our heritage because this is what made America great. Stay out of our way. This is America. Democracy. The people are supposed to rule, not one judge that decides he's going to implement his liberal agenda ideology on the rest of us. It's a democracy. And if judges are going to start getting political, then they should be given term limits like politicians and removed if they're not going to listen to the Constitution. So thank you for coming out and giving me the applause. But then again, you know, it's all right. You feel free to applaud the way you want to, but maybe you just applauded because I showed up. Maybe that's what it is.